This portion of the telethon is brought to you in part by Country 1011.
We have been meeting so many of the CHEO heroes here in the walk-on area. Little Amelia, who stole all of our hearts, recovering and learning to walk again from Guillain-Barré. So many youngsters who've been through and dealing with chemotherapy and cancers. One who proudly showed me her cochlear implant. So we would love for you to reach out if you're doing other things, but you still want to participate. By all means, do it via social media. We have a fantastic tweet from one of our favorites at the CHEO Foundation, Len Haynes, hashtag CHEO Telethon. Happens thanks to amazing volunteers like Stephanie Friel, one of my favorite CHEO moms. Len would like to remind everyone we're here until 7 o'clock tonight. Thanks so much for that, Len. And had the pleasure of meeting a spectacular mom of Morgan McIntyre, who I believe is on the desk with you, Graham, and she has some fantastic stories to share. Soon, though, we're going, I believe, to the phones. Thanks for that tweet, Len.
So apparently this hour there's a height restriction, and I have not made it.
Sorry, buddy.
Matt DePaula and Brendan from Country 101. How are you, boys?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Now, I know you don't have kids.
No.
You have any kids?
No kids.
So, but you know the
Well, I got a
importance.
wedding in less than 2 weeks, so...
Then they'll start asking you when you can have kids.
It's coming up.
And you know the importance of this hospital in our community?
Of course.
It's been fantastic, just what we've seen so far. We've been watching, and the outpouring from the community has been truly amazing. Just to raise the money up to make sure that these kids can get what they need, and the families as well.
Oh, plus you guys just had a radiothon not too long ago.
We did. We had the pleasure of meeting a whole bunch of different members there actually at the hospital. Shout out, by the way, also to Molly Penny, who is...
Yeah.
The jokes she was saying that were meant for children were making us laugh really hard, so it's made for the whole family.
Yeah, she could run for mayor in this town.
Yeah.
She'd win. No offense, Jim.
Jim's fine, but yeah.
All right, so we're going to try and raise a lot of money this hour. 613-738-1450. We're out of town. 1-888-738-1450. Leanne, over to you. Oh, over to Graham.
That's okay. We got it, Stu. Thanks so much. This is a great, another great hour coming up here. We're into the 5 and the 6 o'clock hour. Key time. Kevin Gohane from the CHEO Foundation joins us. And also Morgan McIntyre, our CHEO champion. Welcome. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
It's great to see you. Talk to us a bit about people who don't know you. I worked through this with you just a minute ago. Atypical hemolytic uremic syndrome.
Yes, it's a mouthful.
It is. What is it?
Basically, it's an immune disorder, and I came in with flu-like symptoms. That's what I kind of thought my parents brought me in for. And what it does is I form clots throughout my body, and I destroy red blood cells. That's kind of the main gist of it. It's a genetic disorder. So I have a gene mutation as well as a couple polymorphisms. So I'm.
And did you say, sorry to interrupt, did you say it presented first as kind of flu-like symptoms?
Yeah, so my
and how old were you? You're 17 now.
I was 13 months old.
You're 13 months old. Okay,
Yeah.
so this has been basically your whole life.
Pretty much, yeah. I've come to CHEO for years. It was every week for treatments. So I spent about 8 hours a day at the MDU, and now it's every 2 weeks for only about 2 hours.
Things are improving.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, and Kevin, we've heard so many of these stories, and we'll hear more from Morgan throughout the hour about how things have improved. And a lot of them, people are going to be moving on because they're leaving CHEO because of age. Talk a bit about how this weekend has gone and what it means for the foundation. It's such a key part of everything you do every year.
So this weekend is absolutely huge for what we're able to do throughout the year. This really is a celebration weekend. So there's events that are announced today that stretch back to last year's telethon. So as soon as one telethon finishes, we begin another year. People come in, they continue to organize the events that are so important to us. Today is the weekend, or this weekend they come and they celebrate them. We also meet amazing kids, just like Morgan. Morgan, there's very few like you, but you are unique. But Morgan is one of the kids who it's just such a privilege for us to be able to serve. And the community comes together as volunteers and donors, and it really is everybody working together that makes it work, and that's the CHEO difference.
One of the things I love about this weekend is, yes, the big checks, but also the small stuff. I call it kind of a retail weekend, right? Like it's the everyday neighborhood barbecues that you, as you said, celebrate from the year that was.
And it's what makes CHEO so different. I think I think every organization can say they rely on their community, but as a healthcare organization with serving young patients, kids from newborns and preemies, up to Morgan is at the top end of the scale in terms of age. And, you know, she's a fantastic young woman, but she's still a very young person. Not someone we can ever turn to for fundraising activities. Neither do we turn to their young parents, right? So instead, we turn to the rest of the community, and the rest of the community is what we're reaching out to today. You that maybe used CHEO years ago, you who's never used CHEO, you who are grandparents, you're the backbone of what we do, and your support lets us to deliver great care.
And we are going to see more about that great care this hour, and we're heading over to Leanne for another fantastic presentation.
Fantastic indeed, fantastic indeed. You'll probably want to raise a glass to this presentation because we have the team from the LCBO. Okay, everyone at home, have a little look. Who do you recognize from your LCBO store? We have Richardson Norris here, and she's the district manager and organizer of this campaign. We'll hear from you in a second, but I am so glad to be seeing you, Heather. We first, I believe, told your story on a telethon when you were 4 years old. How old are you now?
I'm 13 years old.
And a glowing, gorgeous 13. Why was CHEO such a part of your life?
Well, because I was born with a heart defect and had to have 6 heart surgeries.
To say it so matter-of-factly doesn't really amplify the emotion and just what that was like for you as a mom, Jennifer.
Well, I have to say it was an honor and a privilege to be part of this campaign and to represent heart families like ours that CHEO has helped.
Oh, well, there's a lot of heart in this campaign. Karen, tell us what you did.
Well, through different fundraisers and through the generosity really of our customers, we were able to raise another record year.
Hello, let's just flip that check over because a record year, okay, you guys. A check for, would you like to say it, Heather?
$600,000.
I believe a lot of toasting is required. Thank you so much, LCBO. We're going to the phones, and if the phones aren't ringing, just call someone and say thanks for donating at the LCBO.
That is the plan there. So what's going on right now? Oh, that's Brandon on TV. Oh, there I am. Hey.
Thank you.
All right, so here's the way this is going to work now. So I'm on right
you hit
beside
in the back.
Rabbi Bolka. And Rabbi has actually said that he is going to break the record for fastest thing he's going to say on why you should call. You said 5 seconds? 5 seconds, even though I said I have a minute on my phone here, but I'm going to go 5 seconds starting now. Why should people call?
CHEO saves lives. Become a lifesaver. Call now.
That was 4 seconds. So you have 1 more second to say anything that you actually want, which is incredible. So we'll move over right here. Deputy Mayor Mark Taylor, with 6 seconds, why should people call?
We live in an incredibly generous community, and we watch superhero movies all the time. Turn on the CHEO Telethon, you'll see real heroes.
Absolutely. So myself and Brendan, who we'll be speaking to next, actually, we were just at CHEO. It is an amazing place, so make sure you donate. You call 613-738-1450. And so, Brendan, let's see if you can do better than 5 seconds.
Oh my goodness, the phone lines, they can be ringing right now. I'm here with Brenda Frazier. So, Brenda, you are here, you're answering phones. Why is CHEO so important to you?
My son Ryan was in CHEO 23 years ago, diagnosed with cancer, and unfortunately he passed away, but we are here every year giving back because it's such an awesome spot. It was like family. They treated us so well, and we want to make sure they're here for our future children.
It's so important for the children involved, but also for the parents and the families because you have that support as well. Did you get that outpouring as soon as you got to CHEO?
Oh, absolutely. It's immediately a family. I mean, there's so many of us who come back every year for several years, so we come back here and we're seeing our family all over again and a lot of new faces, and it's just incredible the support that you get there from all the different departments, and it's an honor to give back.
Your chance to call in 613-738-1450.
Thank you, Brandon. Great to see former Mayor Larry O'Brien back there, too. Great to see you. Mr. O'Brien, where was he? He was right over there. There he is. There, Larry. We're talking to Morgan. We're talking to Kevin Cohane, of course, about what this weekend means. And our kids that are up here are here to describe sort of what life is like and why your dollars are so important. And we talked to the other side about how sort of the big picture stuff. But you've just recently been diagnosed in the last couple of years with epilepsy, and you've recently had a seizure. Tell me a bit about that, because that sounds quite scary.
Well, I had my first seizure in August 2016, and I've had a few since then, most recently a couple Fridays ago. And it's hard because you never know when they're going to come. It's really just 1 second I'm okay, and then the next I'm in full convulsions for a couple of minutes. And people around me don't necessarily know what's going on. My mom is great because she knows exactly what to do, and all my friends know as well, so it's like great I have a support system for that. And I'm on medication with my doctors at CHEO, and they're becoming more and more controlled. My last seizure I was 14 months apart from my other one, so I thought I was coming close to not having any, but not quite. And it was only 1.5 minutes long versus about 6 minutes of convulsions.
Wow. And when you say you're still recovering, what's that like?
It's hard because after my seizures, I developed a really, really bad migraine. So I go into CHEO and I get medication to help with that. And I'm still kind of have this fuzzy brain type thing, and I can't think straight. And I also have a concussion from the last one as well, like a slight concussion. So still recovering from that as well, which makes school quite hard, and just being normal quite hard, just because I have to deal with, the fuzzy brain. I can't think straight, and the headaches as well.
It's a lot, and it's not related to your other condition, the blood disorder.
No, this one's different. My mom had epilepsy when she was my age as well, so we kind of think it developed from that. So. And
it's good that you've got your mom, because who's been through it, right? It helps you.
Oh, for sure. She's great.
Yeah, and well, we'll talk. We will talk more about that, and we wanted to go back to Michael and Amanda at CHEO. You're about to meet two of the cutest kids around. And wait till you see what they're doing for CHEO.
Well, we are back at the CHEO Telethon for our last hit of the night, as we call it, and what a special way to end our time here at CHEO. Man, we got a couple of pretty special kids here with us, don't we?
We do. Aren't they cute?
Yes, we have Claire and John, a brother and sister, who make Valentines to raise money for CHEO. And because you guys do that, you get a special certificate from CHEO. Does that make you feel pretty special, Claire?
Yeah.
Yes? Tell us about the Valentines you make. Why did you make them?
Because we wanted to help the kids at CHEO.
And you think the kids think it's pretty cool, maybe if they get one of your Valentines, or if money is raised to help them here at CHEO?
Yes.
Yeah. What's your favorite?
My favorite is this one.
And what does it say?
You are possum.
Oh, that is so cute. How did you come up with these ideas? You just got such a big brain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Aman?
Yeah, do you like drawing them?
Yeah.
Yeah? And John, are you going to keep doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah? As long as you can?
Yes.
So why don't you tell me which one your favorite is?
This one.
What does it say? I Pikachu you. Valentine. Wow. Good job.
Does it take long to make one of these Valentines?
Yes.
It does take a long time?
About the whole day.
It takes the whole day?
Well, for him.
How long does it take you?
Probably like less than a minute.
Less than a minute? How many have you made, do you think, this is your 3rd year of doing this. How many do you think you've made?
4.
4?
Because those are the only ones.
Those are the only ones?
But
Now.
then I made like a lot of pictures, and then we put them in frames, and then I sold them, and that's the one that I did it by myself.
And you can sell them to kids at school? Maybe they use them too?
Yeah, we sell them to kids at school, and then for Valentine's Day, they give them to their classmates.
So, Aman, you're a former patient here at CHEO. This sort of thing just must really touch your heart.
It does, definitely, especially when you're not having a very good day. Something just as small as a card from someone is really thoughtful, and I'm really grateful for that. And I'm sure a lot of patients here are very grateful for that. So thank you on behalf of them.
Yes, now the big announcement. Over 3 years, these 2 kids have raised more than, drum roll please, $1,300 for the Children's Hospital. Wow. CHEO and CHEO's kids and everybody here are really, really happy. Thank you, guys. You're going to do it again next year?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Amanda, we have to go now.
Ooh, yeah.
All we want to say to everybody is please be as generous as you can. And why should they be generous?
Because CHEO is amazing.
Yes, it is. Look what it did for you. It changed your life, didn't
Yes, it did. And I'm very grateful for them for everything they did, especially when I was just as a patient or you know, having a bad day or, yeah.
All right.
It
Thanks for
did,
watching.
yeah.
The telethon continues. Donate, donate, donate. Thank you.
Thank you.
Starting them young, very young, and $1,300 is a great start. We have another miracle match right now from a very special friend of the foundation that wants to challenge the community for this next miracle match. But our friend does not have a name. They have $3,000 in this miracle match. So let's make that friend of the foundation really happy with this amount. We've got 3 minutes on the clock. So if you want to donate, if you just came in from the backyard, you came in from the sun on a beautiful Sunday afternoon, you want to raise some money, do it when somebody will double that money for you. I see somebody very familiar. Bonjour, comment ça va?
Bonjour, et c'est fin d'être ici.
Dis à tout le monde pourquoi on donate to CHEO.
Pour nos enfants, pour nos grands-enfants, for the little children, for our grandchildren, for the gift of my beautiful daughter, a miracle, and my niece, and our community. If the children are doing better, so will we. Alors, vous pouvez donner selon ce que vous voulez avec votre cœur.
That's exactly what I said. 613-738-1450. $20, c'est $40, $50, c'est 100, 100, c'est 200, 500, c'est $1000. C'est beau? Ça sonne. Come on, let's go. My French teacher would be so mad at me right now. 613-738-1450. You're out of town. 1-888-738-1450. Let's get every single phone ringing this afternoon. We're doubling your money. What that means is that money stays in our community, in our hospital, for our doctors, our nurses, but more importantly, our patients. All these kids you see on the telethon, it's for them. And even for the ones that are at CHEO as we speak. Let's do it for them watching right now. What about this little kid? What are you doing?
I'm running.
I made you work today. Go work. That's my kid. Go work. 613-738-1450. Let's double that money right now. Less than 90 seconds to go. Got all these people here. Got a Sens fan over here. I like that from Costco. All these Costco employees. Brenda, tell us why donating to this telethon is so important.
Absolutely. It's for the children. It's for the families. It's so they can improve their services. It's so that we can just keep this hospital running in our community because we need it so much.
Yes, we do need it in our community. I mean, you don't realize just how lucky we are to have that hospital that was a brainchild of a lot of people many, many years ago, and it's still here today. And it needs your support year in, year out with all these events in the community. Call now, 613-738-1450. If you don't want to call them, that's fine. CHEOTelethon.com. Less than a minute to go to get the calls going. CHEOTelethon.com or 613-738-1450. Out of town, we'll pay for the call. 1-888-738-1450. We have a nice donation.
This featured on TV.
Okay.
They want that to be featured.
What's her name?
You say it.
Gary Simser Racing. Thank you very much for $1,000. Thank you so much. $1,000 becomes $2,000. See, it doesn't have to be that much. If you have $5, it becomes 10. That's all good. Got less than 10 seconds ago. Thank you to a very special friend to the foundation. 613-738-1450 or CHEOTelethon.com.
Bursting happy faces for lots of reasons. We have a great mother-daughter gift to tell you about. We have flowers, we have fashion, we have pretty well everything here with Michelle Bégin and Anastasia, who is just glowing and gorgeous. And is that check heavy?
No.
It's not heavy? I think it's a really heavy check. I like it. We have Michelle Bégin, and Michelle, we're here for two reasons. You're with Valley Flowers. Your daughter owns?
She owns a company called Wear It Forward Canada.
We have models here because the Wear It Forward Canada brand sells the not so ugly Christmas sweaters. There's nothing ugly about them because they raise money for CHEO and they've actually become quite stylish. Look at you modeling for us. So you've combined this gift.
We did because right now Jasmine's in Vancouver.
Hi, Jazz.
She fell in love with a wonderful guy.
And why that's a really wonderful story is that Jasmine was a CHEO champion many, many years ago, which is why the Bégins have long been dedicated to helping CHEO. Let's flip both checks over at the same time, and everyone at home is able to do the math. From Valley Flowers, more than $6,000. And this is a lot of sweaters. You brought along a check for, why don't you read it?
That is for $11,217.
That was really mean. I gave you a moment of my world, reading checks upside down. Thank you so much. I believe we're going to Matt. Aren't these great sweaters, Matt? Or Brendan?
They're not bad. No, it is Matt, don't worry. But yeah, they're actually amazing sweaters. I want to say this also. I actually wore my Stuntman Stu shoes today. I don't know if you can see those or not, but there you go. Little Superman action going on here. So obviously I saw him with the shirt on before I got here. I was like, well, I got to do something. So that's the point of the shoes. Now we have Sean and Gabriella Kelly. Now, Gabriella's been an employee of Costco since 2011, which is amazing. But I'm going to ask this there, Sean, because obviously you guys start off early with the Costco employee here. Why is it so important for people to call now? So 613-738-1450 and donating today.
It's just because it's a great thing to have for the children, and especially for our community, that we can help the kids and all the services that they require.
And Gabriella, you're shortly or very quickly becoming quite famous on the television. Obviously, you've seen yourself a few times. Why is it so important for people to call today?
A girl in my class right now, she was diagnosed with cancer when she was little, and any other people who have it, I want to make sure we get like the right things if they're ever diagnosed, so that way we can help with as much as we can.
You're a smart kid, eh? Good job. All right, 613-738-1450. Now on to Brendan's. Let's see if you can get cuter than that, bud.
Oh, man, not cuter than that. But you know, the big thing is the amount of people that are answering the phones. There's a lot of people coming back year after year after year. I've got three incredible ladies right next to me, Lisa, Janet, and Heather. And you guys have been doing this for a number of years. Now, you actually took the calculator out. You totaled it. How long have you guys been coming back for CHEO Telethon?
Well, we've been coming back for many years, but we also work at CHEO as child life specialists. We're 6 of us and our wonderful clown Molly Penny. And between the 7 of us, we've been here for 239 years.
That's incredible. And you know what? It's a very important cause. You know, you can call the number right now, 613-738-1450. Make a difference and help out all these amazing people.
All right, Brendan, thanks so much. We are getting ready for another number coming up here. And Kevin, you spent a lot of time talking about the fact that this is not just numbers. This is not just a hospital. It's different than that. How so?
Well, so I always say that the words foundation and community are interchangeable, because the CHEO Foundation doesn't do things for CHEO. It is the community that does things for CHEO, and they do it through the foundation. So as people are watching today, this mystical foundation isn't going to do it. It's you. It's you that it's at home. So we're looking to you to pick up the phone, make a donation, and help us to provide the kind of care that the kids in our community deserve. You do it for us every year. If you've not been part of it up until now, today's the day to start. So get on the phone and experience the great feeling that comes along with being part of supporting CHEO.
I'm also struck every single year by the ownership of this place, and the fact that this is kind of a tradition for people, whether it's kicking off summer, whether it's a mark in the calendar, the CHEO Telethon. And people, you know, we've talked to people on the crew here and people on the phones who've been here for more than 30 years.
Yeah. And, you know, people at home, we have a number of families that are on the phone banks today. I had the privilege of speaking with people before they came on to volunteer, and we have lots of families who've lost children. So they're here because they've felt the depth of that loss, and they're here asking the community to come forward. They know how important it is to have CHEO ready and able to provide the best possible care for the next generation of kids. I think that's a remarkable quality of people that are volunteering for us, and really should inspire a lot of people in our community to join in and help.
Morgan, you've done a few of these. You've been on air before. What's the best part for you?
I don't even know, honestly, just seeing how people can come out and donate as a community and be there for kids like me, because it really does help and it really does matter to us, because being able to put the money forward to get the best possible care for kids at CHEO is amazing. So I just thank everybody who calls in to donate.
It's a great message. So remember that as you're making your donation. The other thing too, it goes without saying, it does stay completely local, obviously, right? When you're doing that kind of donation.
Yeah, everything stays here. And you know, last year I was on this desk and I was joined by a remarkable young guy named Jacob. Jacob's had a very tough year. Jacob and his sister Sophia. They're probably at home watching right now with their amazing mom and dad. And I would just like to send a shout out to Jacob and Sophia and to their entire family and just say that we're thinking of you. We wish you could be here. You're going to be back with us here at the telethon next year. And thank you for all you've done for CHEO.
I see Molly Penny behind you and others waving to Jacob. A fantastic message. Absolutely. We are thinking of them. And on that note, we want to think about them and we want to think about our new number. Let's have a look at our toll board. We're getting close to the end of our telethon for 2018. The number we are at now is... There it is. Wow, we're over $5 million. $5,291,968. Thank you, Ottawa. Thank you, Capital Region. Let's head to Stuntman Stu.
11 years ago at this telethon, I decided to do something different. I decided to donate $10,000, not at once, but over the course of 10 years, each year doing $1,000. Why is it so important to donate to the telethon?
Because every day there's kids at CHEO that are sick.
You're a smart girl, you know that?
Yes.
Mateo, why is it so important to donate to the telethon?
Because all the money that is donated here at the telethon is pledged and then donated to, well, given to Children's Hospitals of Eastern Ontario for machinery, medications, and whatnot.
So let's flip over this check for $1,000 from our family to CHEO's family. Part of our 10-year commitment. Both of our kids have been through CHEO and are so grateful for this hospital and our community. Graham, over to you.
Fantastic. It's great to see you guys, and it's great to see Stu healthy and wonderful to have him here. And that's another wonderful donation from his family. We are kind of coming towards, like I said, we're kind of coming towards the end, but not really. We've got about a little more than an hour left. Tell me a bit, Morgan, a bit more about what your managing your condition has been about, because you have been at CHEO since, as you said, if people are just joining us, since you were 13 months old, right? Tell us a bit more about the condition and how it's sort of impacted your life over the years.
Well, basically, right from when I was diagnosed, I started onto weekly treatments of fresh frozen plasma. With that, I take allergic reactions to it as well, so I had dedicated donors. And then I was coming in every week for 8 hours a day. And with that, it wasn't just that 8 hours. I was dealing with it outside of the time. The day after, and honestly 2 days after, I never felt right. I was always not feeling well. Even if I got sick, it would hurt me even more than a normal kid would, because I would get just a simple fever is not just a simple fever for me.
It takes you longer to recover.
Absolutely, yes. And now, that was for 13 years, and now I am on a drug called eculizumab, which I'm the only patient at CHEO with my disease and on this drug, so which is super neat. And I come in every 2 weeks for only a couple hours, which is so much better. With this, I'm immune compromised, so when I get sick, I get really sick. A simple cold isn't just a simple cold for me. I'll run a fever maybe once a month or more, and I'll be coming into CHEO for that. And with that, it makes my life more difficult.
And have things improved in your life with treatment? Like, how is it different from what it was, say, 5 years ago, or is it different?
I would say it is different, definitely. The thing with this treatment is that it is taking my disease and controlling it instead of just masking the symptoms. It is hitting the part of my immune system that is hurting me and making it better. So it is a lifelong treatment, and I will be stuck with this for the rest of my life, but it is helping more than my other treatments did.
And you have plans, right?
I do.
University, and tell me about that.
Well, I hope to, after high school, I hope to go to the University of Alberta for animal science. There are a couple other universities that I'm thinking of, but that one's kind of my goal that I hope to reach.
Well, that's great, and it's exciting to think. It's an exciting time of life, right?
Absolutely.
And when you're picking universities, planning your future, and it's wonderful you're able to do that despite what you face in terms of challenges.
For sure, and everybody at CHEO will help me with that, because moving forward, now that I'm almost 18, I'll be graduating from CHEO and moving to an adult hospital, and they're really good. They're starting to transition me over now, and it's amazing just how they're not just, oh, here you go, leave.
Right.
No, they're really helping me move forward and move on.
What life is going to be like. Well, that's great. Another great, wonderful story from you about treatment at CHEO. Well, play is recognized as a tool for coping with stressful situations and a basis for learning. Child life specialists support children and youth during medical tests and procedures using medical play, teaching, and coping skills.
Let's go to room 11. We're gonna go and get her pentamidine.
Like most kids in CHEO's medical day unit, 7-year-old Abigail needs blood work.
This is it. Hello.
She's being treated for cancer.
Oh, it's hard. You can do it.
For many kids, blood tests can be intimidating.
It doesn't hurt.
Child life specialists at CHEO, like Manon Rollin, are here to help.
We will use a lot of play. We'll actually teach and prepare kids for their medical procedures that are coming up.
Let's go for the good spot. We only won 1 poke.
So we'll do a bit of medical play. I have what I call like a CHEO doll. And so we'll go through the different steps and sometimes explain why we need to do that.
You can actually get the syringe at the end, and then you twist, you push, and twist.
Doing mock procedures like blood tests and putting in an IV help patients understand and feel comfortable.
And we need to unhook it.
11-year-old Ryan is another one of Roland's patients. He's also receiving cancer treatment here at CHEO.
She brings video games.
There.
With the help of child life specialists like Roland, he knows what's in store, even has some advice.
Say 3, 2, 1, slow before you put the needle in. Don't look at the needle when putting it in.
What's going on? Is there something hiding?
Yes.
Even on the tough days, Roland loves what she does.
It's an amazing job.
She's been at it for 17 years.
Obviously, there's hard days working on the oncology MDU unit. There's days where there's like new diagnosis or patients who've relapsed.
But she says the kids and their strength keep her going.
They're all heroes, you know. Some of them go through a lot, and you never hear them complaining.
Roland says her patients teach her too.
They're living in the moment, so I think that's a big lesson for us adults.
Your fingers almost got stuck in there? Yeah. Oh, now Ryan.
Because we let kids be kids, and so we can leave the illness behind and just move on with the serious kids' business, play.
Marriott Hotels has been a Children's Miracle Network partner for CHEO since 1994. Ottawa's Marriott Hotels never miss an opportunity to support this telethon by donating rooms, hosting fundraisers, and support like this helps us every day. With a $5,000 pledge from Marriott Hotels, a great partner to CHEO. So let's put $5,000 up. We got 3 minutes to go. Let's make that money count by doubling the cash right now. 613-738-1450 or 1-888-738-1450. Let's make every single phone ring. We heard Charles earlier telling his story. Now I want to thank Wayne Schemer and the NHL off-ice officials who called during the last Miracle match with a $2,000 pledge. Thank you so much, Schemer. Got all these people from Costco. I love Costco. Can I sign your receipt before you leave? Amy, why is CHEO so important?
Actually, my children have all been at CHEO in the past. My daughter had eye surgery at CHEO, and my boys have either had stitches or some other form of necessity at CHEO. So
you're forever grateful to CHEO.
I love CHEO. CHEO's great.
So if you're a parent like Amy, or if you've been affected by CHEO, that's the proof in the pudding right there. Double your money right now thanks to the Marriott Hotel, with a very generous donation. I see here Gabriella. Hi, Gabriella.
Hi.
How old are you?
10.
Now, why should people donate to CHEO?
Because all the kids like around the world who have these conditions, they need the right things to help them get better, and without the donations, that wouldn't be possible.
So well spoken. Thank you, Gabriella. 10 years old and so well spoken. Thank you. Double your money right now. Listen to what Gabriella told you. You got to double that money right now from our generous sponsor in this miracle match, Marriott Hotels. Thank you so much for $5,000. Sophie, why is CHEO so important?
Well, we all have children, so therefore, in order for our children to have a hospital that can treat them, it is very important to donate as much as you can.
Well said. And for those of you who don't have kids, you have nieces and nephews, you have, somebody on your street, you've got neighbors with kids. This is an investment in our community right here in Ottawa. 1 minute left with Marriott donating $5,000. Let's make Marriott pay for this miracle match by donating. Let's call up and donate $10. That becomes $20. $20 is $40, and so on and so forth. All these people are working hard at work. I've got almost every phone here ringing. Charles is a former CHEO champion. His phone is not ringing. Come on, let's get Charles's phone to ring. He's got a call. All right, 30 seconds left in this miracle match. Thank you so much to Marriott, who since 1994 has been a huge partner of CHEO, and what a great partner they are. I mean, when you get community partners like that, it means the world. Let's go and ask Ashley. I'm going to put you on camera. Why is CHEO so important?
You should have put me on camera. CHEO is so important because it helps so many young families and kids. Who doesn't love kids?
Exactly. Who doesn't love kids? Thank you, Ashley. 10 seconds left for the miracle match. Don't say sorry. It's fine. Miracle match completed. Thanks to the Marriott, and thanks to all of you for calling. Thank you to the following for making the CHEO Telethon possible. Monthly giving is one of the easiest ways to be a hero for CHEO. Become a new monthly donor during this year's telethon and help CHEO kids each and every day. Payment is possible by credit card or direct debit from your bank account. Call now and be a hero for CHEO all year long.
Here with the Director of Public Relations from the Fairmont Chateau Laurier and her gorgeous daughter Sophia, who we've sort of watched grow up on the telethon, fair to say, and your son.
Absolutely.
Who knows the hospital well as well, Janine?
Yes, he does. He had open heart surgery when he was first born, and he's doing great now, plays hockey and soccer, and yeah, he's great.
Now, I know that you have the car for the most part. When will he need the car keys? Not for a little
Yeah,
while,
not for a
right?
while. He's 14, so he still gets to stay home with me.
Janine, I know the Fairmont Chateau Laurier each and every year for 20 years has hosted a beautiful event called
Trees of Hope for CHEO. So
where Christmas trees are decorated. It's a fantastic fundraiser. In fact, no, it's a beautiful fundraiser, an elegant fundraiser, a phenomenal fundraiser. To the tune, what have you brought along this year?
we have brought $123,000, $971. I'm getting this wrong. So
we said you were the VP.
Let's go with 124,000. Let's round it up. I'll give you the rest.
We said you're the VP of Public Relations, not the VP of Finance.
Exactly. There you go. No, we're really, really lucky, and we have a lot of partners and a great committee that put this together. I wish I could say that we do it alone, but it really does involve everybody, including CTV.
That's a lot of hope, a lot of trees, a lot of goodness, and a big difference for CHEO. Thank you guys so much. You can have the car tonight, right?
All righty, 613-738-1450. Right now I'm here with Kris Munroe. There's a picture here. Now, Kris, you've been doing this since 97, you said. You hate cameras, which is obviously why we came to you. Tell us the story about the picture, about the child on it, and just your experience of being part of this since 97.
My daughter Amy was diagnosed in actually 1994 and battled leukemia, and she had a bone marrow transplant as well. We were referred to Sick Kids in Toronto, but we had great care at CHEO and have developed lifelong bonds, and we were very fortunate. We don't live in Ottawa, but we had an hour commute, and Amy battled leukemia for 2.5 years, and unfortunately we did lose her Christmas '96, and since then outside of 2 years, I've been here every year to honor her life and the life of the other families that were shoulder to shoulder with us and their children as well.
You just got a donation here of $20. Obviously, we've been hearing about the thousands of dollars people are donating, but even something as simple as $20, obviously, Kris, you'll attest to this, it goes a long way. $5, $20, $100, $1,000, whatever you can donate is the most important thing. And obviously, it not only helps the kids, but also helps certain parents rest assured that they know that there are people out there who don't even know them that are willing to help as well. So 613-738-1450. Please donate today. Get a little bit ago, all these phones were ringing. It was awesome. Let's keep that going. Brendan?
Yeah, you know what? We've been hearing the phones ring. We've been hearing these incredible stories, and this one no different. I'm joined by Charles. Charles, a former CHEO champion, so you know exactly what CHEO can do. Explain your journey with CHEO.
Absolutely. So when I was born, I was diagnosed with what's called sickle cell anemia. It's a genetic disorder that deforms the shape of your red blood cell. And over the past 28 years of my life, CHEO has been the institution that has kept me alive. Over countless hospitalizations, surgeries, treatments, what have you, it has been a pillar in terms of what it's meant for myself and my family and thousands of other families across our community. So any chance I have to tell the story of why this place is so special, I jump at the chance, and I encourage everyone watching and listening to contribute however they can.
You're here, your amazing mom's here as well, answering the phones. What is your thoughts so far for today? We're seeing the money raise up. If you could say one final thing to someone looking at that camera, just say it now.
I would say donate now. I would say 613-738-1450, and any way you can contribute really goes a long way. Thank you.
And right there is the proof in the pudding, right there from Charles. It's like I'm the short guy in the middle.
Let's do this.
It's like, is this a football team?
There we go. We'll huddle up.
I'm not that short, guys. What do they feed you over there at that station? What do they feed you?
Oh, you don't want to know.
Spinach, man. That's it.
And that's why it's so important. Charles' story, and there's thousands of other stories like Charles. That's why we give. 738-1450 or 1-888-738-1450. Matt, Brendan, thank you very much for coming this hour.
Thanks, Stu.
Yeah, it was so
I
amazing.
like the shirt.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
I see you have Superman shoes as well.
I do. Well, that's Stuntman Stu shoes, actually.
Okay. Leanne, over to you.
And two people who know all of those stories. We have Alex Munroe, who's the CEO of the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario, and Jacqueline Belcito, who's the VP of Philanthropy for the CHEO Foundation, here standing by. I'm almost out of my skin. We cannot wait to flip a check, and then we will tell the story. Drum roll, Alex.
There you go, $2 million.
This is a $2 million check. And Jacqueline, you said, let's not wait. Let's tell everyone from the CP Women's Open. So this had a lot to do with what happened here in town, and of course, our Brooke Henderson.
Yes, this happened last August at the CP Women's Open at the Hunt Club, and we are thrilled with this support.
So Alex, this money is going a long way.
Well, this is a lot of money, and so the priority for CP is heart health, and so our cardiology program, and particularly interventional suites. So we have hundreds and hundreds of children every year that depend on the cardiology program, and as you can imagine, a crucial service in this community, and updating the equipment there, making sure that our clinicians have the tools they need to be able to take care of these kids is so important. So you know, this was CP, it was them matching donors. It was a beautiful day, beautiful sunny day, and a huge, huge success.
Well, on this beautiful sunny day, if in fact you're just getting in from the golf course and just joining us, perhaps the CP Women's Open will inspire you. I think this counts as a workout, Jacqueline. This is one heavy and beautiful check. Thank you so much on behalf of everyone at the hospital.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Jacqueline
Thank
and
you.
Alex. Graham.
Fantastic way to, what a fantastic way to top off the hour. That was a spectacular event. I distinctly remember a massive crowd following Brooke Henderson around, and then a 3-year-old standing by the ropes, and she stopped, high-fived the 3-year-old, and on she went. So that event was a great event for, obviously, for CHEO as well. And we're going to have obviously that's going to push that number a lot higher. What is your message as we head into the final hour between 6 and 7 to people watching who don't have $2 million to give? But that doesn't matter, does it?
Right. So I guess our message is simply thank you so much to an incredible community. Thanks for always being there for CHEO. Thanks for remembering that there are families that are new generations of families that are facing challenges at CHEO that we can make better, that we can give them the best life possible by simply making sure that the financial support is there to provide CHEO with the equipment, the programs, and support all of the needs that we have. So just one last shout out, Graham, if I could.
Yes.
Sarah Telford was in here earlier today. Sarah has been on this desk. Here she is, a CHEO patient who's soon to graduate out of CHEO. She was telling me about she was on this desk and eating the grapes between commercials. So
Fantastic.
Sarah, I told you I'd have a grape for you today. Here she goes.
There you go.
There we
One
go.
of the
Thank
best
you.
parts about being on the desk here is that great produce and the great fruit that they keep us sustained with. Morgan, you've had it's been great to have you here, and you've got a bright future. What are your feelings in the final hour as we head in?
I'm super excited to see all the, I was told that the last hour is super exciting, so I'm really excited to stick around and be here to see the last total, and I'm really looking forward to see how much we raised.
All right, well, thank you both, and let's see where we are at this hour. Before we hit 6 o'clock, one of our biggest hours, we have a new number. For the 2018 CHEO Telethon, we're at $6.5 million, $6,510,433. Thank you to everyone for a wonderful number, and there's still time to give. We've got one more hour to go here. It is rare, but certainly not unheard of, to have two siblings in the care of CHEO. This next family fought hard to have their kids, but their fight for health and happiness had only just begun with the birth of their children. Here is Elena and Gabriel France's story of success and perseverance.
Elena and Gabriel certainly have the enthusiasm and energy of any other children, but both have very different issues. Elena is on the autism spectrum, and Gabriel has two very rare conditions. He's one of only a few children in the world who suffers from both Klinefelter syndrome and femoral facial syndrome. These conditions impact his physical development, and there is little known about the impact of having both.
I mean, I'm so grateful. It sounds corny, but I'm grateful that I live in Ottawa and that I'm where CHEO is because, yeah, the care is phenomenal.
Terrence and Cheryl went through incredible trauma to have Gabriel and Elena. They lost numerous pregnancies through miscarriages, so their children are an incredible blessing.
When we found out that we were pregnant and it was sticking, we decided to actually call him Gabriel for the angel Gabriel.
For them, despite the challenges, developmental delays, and surgeries, their children are both angels.
There's always the hard days, right?
Yeah.
You just don't want to get up. You're just like, oh, I just can't do it today. I just can't do it. And then you hear, Mommy. Okay, now you can do it, right? You see that smile, you get that hug. You get up, you do it.
Elena's biggest challenge is communication, so she learns through play.
Interaction is the foundation of communication, right? So in order to get speech and language, so to get comprehension and to get words out, you need to have that interaction.
While Gabriel goes to a special school managed under the umbrella of CHEO's Development and Rehabilitation Department, Elena has access to a variety of therapies and has shown remarkable progress.
It's a jumpy frog.
Having a team is fantastic and essential because there's so many different aspects to her behavior and development, and any one of us wouldn't be able to offer everything that she needs. And being able to work with those people is really key. Bingo game! She has changed tremendously in the last year, I would say. I was just looking through some of her documentation and kind of going, wow, like all of these things she's achieved. So she used to be a bit more tied to her mom, let's say. And now she will engage in games and play with us.
The games are actually a teaching tool to get her to learn motor skills, flexibility, and communication. And for Gabriel, there have been so many painful surgeries to correct physical challenges, like a poorly formed leg.
I don't think Gabriel really gets cranky, honestly. He is the happiest kid ever. Everything he's been through, surgeries, everything he goes through, he is always happy. He's very loving.
Gabriel and Elena are inseparable.
And even her brother teaches her, you know, he sings to her. He tries to read to her. He can't read yet, but he tries to read to her. It's a constant learning for her. You gotta stimulate her constantly, but she's picking it up.
Gabriel and Elena will be with CHEO for years to come. They're home away from home.
This is what we love about the telethon. If you want to lie on the floor, feel free. Feel free. Do you see yourself there? Oh, she's going to do a dance routine now. There you go. You've had a pretty stable last few months, but one of the things that you said to me that we didn't put in that story is, you know, this is the fun version, but there are some days that behaviorally it's really challenging to kind of contain the situation.
Yes. Yesterday we were at a birthday party, but being overstimulated, as soon as we got in the car and started heading home, she started to break down and scream and cry, and nothing was soothing her. It went on for hours.
For hours.
For hours.
And that's one of the things you talked in the story, right, about some days you think, I just can't do this.
Yes.
But then you guys fought really hard to have these kids, right?
We
so
did.
that you find the strength there?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, we have emergencies, microphones, things coming off. That's what happens at the CHEO Telethon. And, you know, with Gabriel, how's he doing right now? He's just like such an even-keeled kid, right? He's just...
He does not much fizzes him.
No. You want to be on the microphone?
Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Look, they're all waving back to you.
They're awesome.
Do you want to say it again? Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
There we go. I think there's a start. Look, now they're all waving. When you see all the volunteers here, and you know the support that the Children's Hospital has given to you, and now you're actually seeing it in action, you know, how the money comes. Do you have something that you'd like to say to the people who are watching in the last hour?
I just think it's so important to donate what you can, even $5. Special needs, every child, I think, once at least in their lifetime ends up at CHEO, whether it be just a simple fever or, you know, the support is so much needed and it's so appreciated.
Yeah. I know you spoke about how they aren't just supporting kids, right? They're supporting the parents too.
Well, and that's it. And I mean, I wanted to come here and offered to share our story because not everybody has where you can physically see. As you see, they look absolutely normal. Mm-hmm. But there are families out there that need support, and CHEO's there. And they can't be there without everybody pitching in to help out from the community.
So I think I've lost one of your other children. Oh, she's back in there in the princess area with the teddy bears. Gabriel, do you want to say goodbye to everybody before we finish the interview? Bye, everybody.
Say bye.
Say bye. Say bye.
I don't think he wants to go. I think that's the problem.
Say thank you, everybody.
All right, thanks for being a part of the telethon. We
Thank
really
you.
appreciate
Thank
you
you.
letting us tell your story and show people where the donations go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Founded in 2006, the father and son duo of Andre and Rock Picknell founded Wired Synergy. It's a company that is no stranger to the electrical infrastructure and maintenance industries. Wired Synergy is a key supporter in the CHEO Telethon by ensuring all is in working order so we can have all the calls coming in. And they have a $10,000 pledge or a miracle match right now, and that means that we have 3 minutes on the clock. We want to double your money right now. Wired Synergy with $10,000. So if you're on the fence at any point this afternoon, you want to call 613-738-1450. Can't say those numbers enough times. 1-888-738-1450 or CHEOTelethon.com. If you don't want to call, that's fine. Our volunteers won't be offended. Go donate online at CHEOTelethon.com for our community hospital to keep the money in our community. It doesn't go to Toronto, it doesn't go to another province, it stays right here. in this province, in this city. Our doctors, our nurses, our researchers are keeping the money here. Robin from CHEO, from Costco, why is it so important to donate to this telethon?
Absolutely, every bit counts. It goes towards something great, and for the children and families who are at CHEO today, and for those who may end up there one day. Let's make the difference. Call me. Get me busy right now.
Call Robin right now at 613-738-1450. We have a $10,000 match from Wired Synergy. Let's make them work for it. Get to work, Hugh. Our hospital. You might go into the hospital in about 3 seconds. All right, 613-738-1450. If you want to call and donate, why wait? Why wait? This money stays in our community, and you'll feel so good for doing it. It takes 30 seconds from the time you call to the time the call ends. All we need is your information. It's our hospital, our community. Invest in your community right now at 613-738-1450 or CHEOTelethon.com. I see Colleen O'Brien, her phone is ringing. All of these employees have their phones ringing. And that's what we want. We want to see every phone ringing. We want to see all these phones right now. Brenda, I want to see your phone ringing.
No, I know.
Just took a pledge?
I did.
For how much?
For 200.
Awesome. So that 200 becomes 400 thanks to Wired Synergy. Less than 1 minute to go. 613-738-1450 or 1-888-738-1450. We had 70,000 kids go through the emergency room last year. Let's make sure that the kids that do go through the emergency have the best medical care possible. 613-738-1450 or CHEOTelethon.com if you want to do it that way. That's fine. Molly Penny is trying to figure out what?
My name.
Okay, your phone's ringing. Let's put you to work. Wired Synergy with $10,000. 10 grand. Let's make that pledge work for you right now. It's 613-738-1450 or CHEOTelethon.com. Thank you so much to Andre and Rock Picknell from Wired Synergy for $10,000. CHEOTelethon.com, 738-1450. Do it now. Wired Synergy. Thank you.
And I'm with guys who are wired with energy, Stu. It's really great to have two radio personalities, two country radio personalities. You guys did a great job over there on the phones. Of course, Brendan Seeley and Matt Dips from Country 101. And you are about to get married to a nurse.
I
so
am.
you are virtually a medical professional, Matt.
So just last week we were doing the radiothon, and she was listening, and obviously all the stories that were being told by the children is stuff that she's experienced herself. And I said, I want you to work at CHEO. And she said, well, I cried hearing a kid tell a story. I don't know if that's going to work out too well. So to all the employees at CHEO, thank you for what you do, because obviously somebody marrying a nurse, when she says I can't, it's too difficult, means that something that you guys are doing is obviously very special.
That was a beautiful shout out to the
Thank you.
staff. And of course, Brendan, you know what it's like to be a child and to need a hospital and to be in a hospital.
Yeah, actually, not born, but at age 12, type 1 diabetes came into my life. Didn't really have any real knowledge of what was happening. Now, I wasn't at the CHEO, but a very similar location in Toronto, and just the outpouring of the staff to give the information to say, you know what, your life's not over. There's that one kid with the diabetes. It's going to be all right. There's a lot of us out there. So the support that you have, what CHEO does to help the community to make sure that not only the kids, but the parents, the families are taken care of, it's a huge relief.
Well, I'm really glad to have both of you bookending me
we'll
right
go
now.
down like this.
Yeah.
There we go.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll get Stu to watch that. Let's flip this check over because you have brought along a check from your radiothon for...
$42,285, Leanne.
I'm so sorry. I hate to ask a broadcaster to read a number.
I forgot what the number was.
Thanks a lot, guys. We're going to be back.
One of the easiest ways to help the kids at CHEO is by donating online at CHEOTelethon.com. Thanks for making a difference.